Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Anna. In case you're new here and don't know me, today we're making cheese gougeres. I don't know how to say it. I know I'm completely butchering this name, but they are cheese, like French puffs, you could say. So yummy. Perfect for the holiday season that is slowly approaching. I know now is a time that a lot of us like to host parties. We have a lot of like events going on. They're so simple to make. Just you wait, because they come out in no time at all, and they are absolutely delicious as a snack, as an appetizer, whatever you want to serve them as. So let me show you the ingredients. You're gonna need all-purpose flour, Gruyere cheese. I like to shred my own, of course, because I find that it just smells a little bit better, but some shredded Gruyere cheese, a little bit of unsalted butter. Make sure you use unsalted butter because we have to use extra salt. But if you are using salted butter, just do a little less salt than the recipe calls for. A little bit of nutmeg, some water, eggs, and that is pretty much it. I'm telling you, this comes together very quickly. First thing I'm gonna do is turn on my heat to medium. I also have my oven preheating to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to add in my water to a medium saucepan, and I'm also going to add, right over here, my spatula. I'm going to add half a stick of butter, so about 4 tablespoons of butter. And we're gonna let that melt along with the salt. You're gonna need about half teaspoon of salt. For the written recipe, go to my website, anitasdeliciousrecipes.com, and there I have the written recipe with all the measurements, instructions, everything you need. And then we're going to grate a little bit of nutmeg. Let's give this a quick mix. And now we're going to wait for the water to come to a boil. So the butter should have melted and the water should come up to a boil. And then we're gonna move on to the next step. Once your water comes to a boil, just like that, we're going to turn off the heat. We are going to add in all of our flour, and we are going to whisk off heat vigorously until our mixture comes to a thick dough. So you want something that looks like this. As you can see, it's a very thick kind of paste. So now I'm going to turn on my stove to medium-low, and I'm gonna cook the dough until all of the moisture releases. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like once it's there. So after just a couple of minutes, you are going to have a dough that looks like this. By the way, make sure that throughout this process, you're using a wooden spatula to do this, because it just works like much better. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cool for about 2 minutes because we have to start adding in the eggs. So it's been 2 minutes. I'm going to start adding in my eggs. Make sure your eggs are room temperature. As soon as you add in your egg, you want to mix. Obviously, this is going to temper the eggs, and your like hot mixture won't cook the eggs. Otherwise, it's gonna become scrambled eggs, and it's gonna be a huge mess. Okay, so after the first egg is fully incorporated, you're gonna have a dough that looks like this. And to add our second egg, same thing, just whisk. At first it's gonna look like it's not gonna come together because it gets very like crumbly and curdly, but just give it a little bit of elbow grease and it will come together. Okay, so 2 eggs, in goes our third egg, and the dough is gonna be very sticky. And that's exactly what you want. After your third egg, your dough should look like this. Very smooth, very velvety, very kind of sticky, but that is okay. That is exactly what we are looking for. And now we add in our cheese and we mix it in. This looks absolutely perfect. So I have a baking dish lined with parchment paper. We have our dough ready, and now I have greased a cookie scoop or a small ice cream scoop with a little bit of butter. It's gonna make it easier. Normally you will use a piping bag to do this. I don't know where my piping bag is, and I don't have time for that. You can also use a spoon and just like scoop it, but I just like find that this does it. much better, and I feel like you get like perfectly round circles. So I'm gonna put them a few, like 1 or 2 inches apart. My little cheese puffs are going to go into my preheated oven for about 30 minutes, and I'll show you the final results. One thing very important, please do not open your oven until the cheese puffs are done. My cheese puffs were in the oven for 30 minutes and they look amazing. So you can see they're nice and golden. That's exactly how they should look like. So you can see mine are a little big because I did use the cookie scoop. So once they bake, they expand and they get bigger. So if you want yours a little smaller, which also works perfectly if you want like tiny little appetizers, you can do half the scoop and you'll have smaller little puffs. But these are so good and they are light as a feather. That's exactly how they should look like and how they should feel. Now it's time to open one to see how they look inside. Let's see. Oh, perfect. This is exactly how they should look like. So you can see they're hollow on the inside. They're nice and crispy. I don't know if you can hear it. This paired with like a fig jam or strawberry jam or even a cranberry like jam sauce kind of thing. It's wonderful. I love it with fig jam. They make the perfect little appetizer. Everybody loves them. Yummy. So yummy. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Read the recipe on my website, anitasdeliciousrecipes.com. Make these, you won't regret them. You saw how easy they are to make. They pretty much require the simplest of ingredients. If you don't have Gruyere cheese, which is the cheese that you use traditionally and the one I like to use, you can use cheddar cheese and that will work just fine. The only thing I wouldn't use like Swiss cheese or mozzarella cheese. It's just too mild for this type of dish, but cheddar will be absolutely perfection. Hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.